Hello? Yay. Okay, everyone. It seems that the microphone is working. Can we please have confirmation, beautiful beings? Hmm. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Mirandi. Thank you for joining us. We see you both there. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. If you're joining us already, so beautiful to connect with all of you. We are just waiting to start shortly. Hello, hello, good afternoon. Hello, Jason. So wonderful to have you with us. Thank you for joining us again this Sunday. We are so excited for what's coming up next. We're just going to wait for a few more beautiful beings to join us. Just checking that the audio is working. If you could just let us know in the chat that you can hear us. We think so. We see the green bar is reading the microphone. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Lucky and Lovely. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We literally feel bubbly every time we join Dumela Universe Live for this, or rather, Sunday Soul Sessions. Yes, rather the Sunday Soul Sessions. Oh, thank you. We're so pleased we were able to bring this forward. Absolutely enjoy, Sandra, and thank you so much. Yes, we have put a lot on the, as a few of you might have seen the video, we have moved quite a bit of our work on our OnlyFans site in order just to assist us to get some support. And as Sandra has mentioned, we have put quite a lot of videos on there. I think there are about 29 episodes already with downloads, and we have abundance activation set and a Palladian set, and they're all quite rich. And we love reading your comments saying you got rather eager and listened to 4 or 5 videos on the new platform. That is why we say they're all timeless, and you will feel when you are ready to go through. One a day is more than enough. 2 or 3 or more, if you feel aligned, you can, because some add to each other. But they're all rich with information and assist to awaken your alchemy, to awaken your manifestation grid. The Pleiadian downloads that we are busy anchoring on there right now are for destiny, to assist to manifest destiny, to really get you into tune with your being, who you are, and the environment, you getting used to how your manifestations work and your magic. And it's been so incredible to be on there. There's an interesting energy there. It's like freedom. It's an interesting sense of absolute freedom on that platform. It's very interesting. It's really intriguing. So we look forward to seeing why Source guided us there, and what the co-creation frequency brings there. And I think it's beautiful to be able to literally teach anything on there and finally allow it to support you. I think it's powerful. We just enjoy the energy. So, Sandra, we understand you go and process whatever it is you receive, and we will see you afterwards. Hello, Princess Power Ranger. Greetings from Thailand. Thank you so much. We are so pleased that you're here with us. Um, oh, thank you. That is so beautiful. You did a collective prayer in the temple for the group. Ah, thank you. You are so. We love the white candle and the yellow candle energy. Those are beautiful frequencies and powerful, especially at this time to embody that soul frequency. So thank you so much. Hello, beautiful Jessica. Woohoo. We trust you're well. It's so good to see you. Goodness, we miss your beautiful energy, and we trust that you enjoy the new frequencies and the shifts. Okay, yes, it is 6 p.m. here, a little past 6, actually 2 minutes past 6. So let us, oh, thank you for abundance. That's beautiful. Let us begin. So before we start with today's sessions, just for those who didn't see the video, we have shifted a few things. As you see, even the name on the YouTube page has changed to Kemet. Um, and we are now fully awakening and grounding in the butterfly frequency, the source frequency we are in the physical. And as we are just aligning everything, we can feel everything in our grid really clicking into place. And we can feel the energy codes and everything that we are about to offer really finely grounding, up to date, right? We're always about up to date, present moment creation and allowing what is relevant now to be what's accessed, because that's what we are doing. We are healing this human frequency to present creation, to source creation. And we're so excited that we are finally ready now to offer ourselves in this way. So you saw the video. We'll also upload another video on Monday just to give a, we haven't had a almost like a Kemet divine tea moment. We haven't really come through to check in and update everyone and just also bring through collective energies. We feel that'll be our last formal posting on the YouTube site in that manner, and the rest will be lives. And we feel also do some shorts just to sprinkle some energy through the day. So we feel excited to begin that new process and see what happens, right? It's all an exploration. Um, we look forward to, oh, thank you, Crystal, and thank you. It was quite an interesting thing shifting to the new platform, right? As change is, it is a bit tricky now to sort of just release everything that you thought you were going to build upon and completely change direction. And we did it once when we were in the caterpillar as Lasala to Velastri, the cocooning, and now from Velastri to Kemet, we can feel the difference. Velastri, the cocooning, we were on the water, the divine feminine in the water, deep in the oceans. You were all there, coming through, integrating the inner work, the inner dialogue, the inner programming, releasing the conditioning to come into your source truth energy. And now we are ready to discover that source true energy and how it works. And it's such a beautiful feel. Even as we integrate, we feel it. Even connecting with you, it feels at ease. We tried to do this with Velastri once, and it just didn't feel right. And now it just feels, yes, this feels right. This feels what is a beautiful frequency for all of us. Okay, hi Terry, hi Johan, thank you for joining us. Okay, beautiful beings, let's begin. Let us see what is coming through. So these will be our Sunday soul sessions, and we look forward to continuing these. Let us see what is available at this time. So what are we receiving? What would you like us to know? What would you like us to understand? Interesting. Common ground is what we're receiving. The common ground being source. Okay. It is time for all of us to join the collective again. Okay. So the energies right now are to empower everyone to source, common ground, your focal point being source. This allows us all to be part of the collective, not only the human collective, but the full spectrum of the collective frequency in all of universe, all of creation. We remember a few years ago when we had asked the angels and the guides about family and friends, and they said, "We don't understand that concept. That's a very human concept. We don't get what you mean." And we said, "Well, what about relationships?" They're like, "Yeah, we are free. We are all. We are one, and we are also our individual selves. Should we resonate? Yes, we co create, but there's no binding. We do not require the other person or the other being to be here for us to be. There's no controlling, there's no dependency. We simply resonate and we vibe, and then as soon as we no longer resonate, as soon as we're done, we release, for we're eternal. We have so much to do. And so to allow everybody freedom is the priority. We don't have that kind of binding. And should we utilize those words, it might be for teaching purposes, but the meaning, the unawakened meaning, which has the control and abiding, is completely not there. It is a more of a freer, lighter energy. And we can feel that we are now the ones who are awakening us, who are these beings here to assist humanity. We are now being asked to shift into this collective oneness, this common ground being source. This means all of you being at source frequency, allowing yourselves to experience the source you are and understanding it uniquely. And the understanding isn't that the human understanding and defining and keeping and crystallizing forever. It is an understanding that allows you a feel of your magic, a feel of your frequency, and a flow. For us, an example would be when we had finished uploading the Abundance series. Um, we were guided by Source to do it ourselves, which was very unique. Usually, Source, if we need to, or rather, if there's information in the anchorings that is also relevant for us, we receive it as we are downloading for you or in our own private time. So, for it to come as a separate, oh, we also want you to do the abundance code. So, like, okay, cool. Well, yeah, we're not going to say no, more thank you. And just receiving from us and being open. And it was interesting to have a feel of our energy and to feel how it works. And it gave us a sense and almost a surrendering. And it was quite an interesting way to experience ourselves and experience the energy that we are and the energy that we weave through and that we co create. And we can feel that this is a time for all of you, each and every single one of you, to come into the understanding of how your energy feels and how it co creates in order for you to have a feel, a muscle memory. This is a new muscle you are training, it's a new skill you are honing in. And the more you are there and the more you are participating in it and the more you are feeling it, the more you allow more of the frequency to be because you start to trust it, right? As you are allowing yourself to be your truth in everyday experiences, allowing yourself to be source and not really questioning it, allowing yourself. You've asked and now you're receiving the how. You received the how in the cocoon. The how was integrating within in the cocoon, becoming the base frequency. And now we are receiving the how in the physical, the how now to manifest your frequency. And that how is also your teaching now. It's your new medicine, your new way of being in the frequency, in the physical realm. And this trusting of your energy, being your authentic self at work or with your loved ones, no longer filtering for them, no longer taking their emotional well being as your responsibility. Yes, it's hard to speak a truth and just allow the person to digest it as is, but trusting that you are speaking a truth so they will feel the truth of it. You're not saying things to harm them, to hurt them. You're not rearranging and course correcting rather your ways to elicit a negative response. It's not a rebellion because you're against the system. It's simply you honoring what you feel is aligned to your core frequency right here, right now, at this time. And as you do this, as you allow this freedom, as you allow yourself to simply honor the frequency you are, it builds. You can imagine that your higher self, or rather, let us say your okay, source. We're going to share an interesting download that we received personally about us, and it will hopefully assist to an understanding in your own paths. So we were in meditation uh, 3 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, and we were in the sun. We enjoy receiving. The sun is quite healing to us, and it allows not an amplification, but a clarity in our star alchemy. We receive a lot of light codes and downloads with the sun and the sun beings. And as we were meditating and just receiving and anchoring, okay, we received almost this energy of okay, okay. Sorry, being sources saying, hey, you are jumping ahead. Go straight to the beginning and start properly. Okay. So this is how our day started properly. Bear with us. We were just at home. I think we were just wanting to, what did we want to do? We were at home, we were trying to figure out what to do, and we weren't really sure. And we were busy just in our room doing a bit of a meditation, but not really focusing there, just in general, every day, what are you going to do? Just going about your day. And we felt this presence. And this presence was very pushy. Like, we want you to sit down and do this. And it felt very forced. And that time we're like, yeah, but the sun is out. We'd rather just go out in the sun and then enjoy the sun. And then we felt this energy coming in, like, hey, no, we want you to sit down and do this right now. And we're like, and then we literally said, actually, we don't know who you are. You are so pushy. Whatever it is, no, thank you. We said at ease. This is not ease. Go away, shoo, release yourself, and come back when it's at ease. Right now, we don't feel it. We're not feeling what you're wanting. We're not feeling what you're bringing. Whatever you're selling, we don't want it. No. And we felt this frequency shift out. We're like, peace, quiet. Okay. And then we just went on merry day, thinking, okay, let's go to the sun. As we were walking down the street, heading towards this park, the park we were going to have this meditation in, we felt this being again, but this time external, walking with us. And we could actually envision the being's shape, very good posture. And they had their arms at their back, and they had this flowy gown. We loved what they were wearing. This flowy gown, just and there wasn't any breeze, but it was moving as though wind was carrying it miles and miles behind, but there wasn't anything. And just moving, just walking with us, not really paying us attention, looking around, but being there with us. And we noticed the being and the presence, and like, okay. And then we said, hi, you are here again. Like, and they're like, yes, we're here. It's like, what do you want? Oh, we're just going to spend the day with you. Don't worry about it. And we're like, okay. And then we felt a bit of almost guilt because we could feel the energy was very actually loving and nice and sweet. And we're like, we know that you wanted us to sit down and meditate and integrate, but we really want to go into the sun right now. And they're like, no, it's okay. You do you. We're just going to spend some time with you. Like, okay, cool. And we asked, do you want anything? No. Okay. Who are you? We asked. And they're like, we'd prefer if we remained in the unknown. It allows us all to be here presently. Okay, cool. And this being walked next to us as we walked into the park, felt very safe. You could feel it was an ancient being, very stable in their energy and power, and safe. That's the first thing we felt, safe, which was interesting then why we felt that resistance, that pushiness. But we're like, it's fine, whatever. We got to the park, and it was an outdoor gym type area. There was somebody doing stretches and yoga, and we were just like, what do we do? And then this being sat down, right? And then we sat down, to begin just to center, and the being sat right next to us and just looked around, looked at us sometimes, smiled, and then we felt, okay, this being really feels familiar, like very familiar. And we said, we know you. And this being said, yes, you know us quite well. And we're like, okay. And we're like, hmm. And then we felt this burst of love. We had never felt a burst of love like that before. It was overwhelming and just everything. And we felt it emanating from this being. We also felt this safety, this love, this care, this nurture, like the being was just holding us and just looking after us and just caring and loving and comforting. And we were like, "Ooh, we know you." We said to this being, said, yes, you know us very well. Who are you? We are not going to say. We're going to remain here and just be next to you. We just want to be next to you. Is that okay? We're like, yeah, no, we're not going to say no. It's a beautiful energy. And then we finally got over ourselves or whatever we felt that day because this energy really felt better than just our own, whatever mission we had planned. And we thought, okay, actually, are you here to integrate with us? And that we would love to integrate with you, of course. And we said, but we felt you were a bit, we felt weirdly pushed. And they're like, however you experienced us, it's okay. We're just here. So we sat down and we thought, okay, actually, let us just integrate and let us sit. Why fight this? We were guided to integrate. We were fighting it because we wanted to be in the sun. We're in the sun, so let's just do this. Let's integrate. So we sat down and we integrated with this being. We felt this being come through. Naturally, we sit to the being, obviously with us, when we integrate any energy that integrates or is working with us, is awakening, divine love. We don't, so just understand that's what you're going to be with us is to be love, is to awaken. That is where we are, and we don't shift. And they're like, no, we love that. That sounds amazing. So this being came through and integrated with us. Immediately we felt them. You are Kemet. That's the first thing we knew. And they said, yes, we are. And they said, we have been guiding you to us, to the source you are all this time, we, the divine feminine within. But we realized that through the meditations and through the cocooning, you were there with us. So you didn't really feel the difference of us. It was almost like if you are with somebody and you see them every day and they grow their hair, you don't really tell the difference as opposed to when you don't see someone for a bit of time and their hair changes, then it's like, oh, something's changed. So you didn't really have that feeling of Lasala versus us. It was all merged into oneness. We're like, yes. And so whenever you were feeling our guidance, you always felt it as though it was us trying to command you, trying to restrict you, trying to stop you. And yes, you always follow and do what we do, but you always are questioning, who are you? Why are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing? Just even now, look at this walk. Who are you? You don't seem to really trust the source energy. And we realized, well, you haven't actually had a feel for us outside of yourself. We are this being that came through and we've been with you all this time, but you haven't actually had time to just feel the source you are. So we thought, okay, we need to irritate you a bit. So we came through and we were quite pushy. We know we were pushy. We're never really pushy with you, but we know you were pushy. So pushy that you just always you ejected us out. In this way, when you then welcomed us back in, you were doing it not because we came to assist you awaken, but because you wanted us in. And that was the difference. That's why we didn't tell you who we were. If we told you who we were, you'd integrate us immediately. But by you feeling our energy, feeling truly what we are, and welcoming us into your frequency, well, that's very different. Now you finally claimed us fully as you. And yes, we know that sometimes we do give you this guidance, but first of all, Kemet, we want you to know we are the divine feminine, we are the shadow. Okay. Both of us are the unknown frequency. We are the frequency unknown in this physical vessel. We are the shadow aspect, you are the light aspect. Like, yes. Now, it's important for you to understand. We have no idea what's going to happen in that way or what happens here. We realized the more we try to have an idea of what happens to us, we don't really enjoy the outcome. Just like you, beautiful beings, when you are born there, you are given a definition of us, the spirit realm, and how you should worship us, how you should praise us, etc., through the culture, tradition, or religion, whatever it is. And then you're also given parameters of your own realm, how to be in the physical. So, because you believe it, then we could only share as much as you allowed. And what we manifested through you was okay, but it wasn't really the full thing. It wasn't really everything. And so we realized actually, we, I suppose, in the past thought we were limiting each other, right? You feeling that receiving from us was a control of the light. And perhaps we felt that, us, you freely manifesting us any which way you wanted was maybe a control of us. Either way, what we have come to understand as the shadow, as source is, the less we know, the better, truly. When we have no idea how we're going to be, we get to observe ourselves. We want to observe who we are in the light. And we don't judge ourselves like you do in the light. Oh, in the light, you judge every single thing you do. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Is it up? Is it down? You question. We don't. We simply, interesting. Oh, that is interesting. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, that we did that. We are just curious as how we are. And we were so curious. We wanted to see how it would be if we were in physical form, and there you are. So we ask you to trust what we bring forth, understanding we have no idea what it means. We simply feel that's love, that's abundance. We feel the energy of it. What it is within us, we don't know. And how it manifests in the physical, we don't know. You asked for truth, they said to us. Kemet, you asked for the truth. As Lasala, you said you want to understand the truth of you because you had a very painful upbringing. We remember that day. You were in gym and you said, oh goodness, you don't understand. You were born in this family where you had this angry, violent father, bash, 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 and then he passed away. And you said to us, what was the point of that? I don't understand. What's the point of being born into a frequency? It's chaos. And the people ended, then we're just left in a mess. What is that? It doesn't make sense. And then the religions, you asked us all these questions. So we realized, oh, you want truth. So we said, okay, we're going to bring a frequency of truth through from the unknown to assist you to understand the truth of you. Then Velastri came, and can we tell you, we were just as shocked as you to find how Velastri manifested. Even the word Velastri, we're like, wow, that makes sense, but whoa, that's interesting. We had no idea Velastri would be the way that they are. They are simply the frequency of truth within the shadow manifest in the light. But your truth, your frequency of the unknown energy, the truth of the unknown frequency you are, Velastri in the physical. And now they're back within us, the source, and they're so happy. You can feel how happy they are. Side note, they're so happy to be back in the physical. Wow. We can tell that Velastri being in this, the spirit realm, in the source energy, we can tell that Velastri being in the physical with us was intense. And we remember, it was intense for them. They enjoyed it. They thought it was a very fascinating experience. However, Velastri is so happy to be back in the physical, in the source realm, in the shadow where they are from. And so the divine feminine, the shadow of us, said, so beautiful light. Kemet, you are the light. We are the shadow. We wish you to just receive our guidance. We ask you not to question it because we literally do not know. Every single time you question, but what does it mean? When does the abundance come? So how does it go? We don't know, because if we knew, it would be derivative again. It would be defining, and then we're not satisfied. What we know to the core of us is, if we simply allow ourselves to be open and we simply bring through information into your grid without us even knowing how we will manifest, and then you also just trust to receive us, not knowing what it is. And then you also trust yourself to manifest it, not knowing how it's going to look in the light. We are both so happy. We then get to see our maximum abundance manifest in the light. And then you get to receive the masculine abundance from us and then to you. And there's this beautiful co creation. And then we're in harmony again. We are now one. The shadow and the light are one. And we're both full. And you seemed to question our guidance. You didn't really trust us. So we had to be removed from you so that you can remember that we are love. After that experience, we fully understood and integrated, and we received quite a lot more, of course. And that was when we've really been solidifying to Kemet, and thus the changes you see now. Simply trusting what we receive without questioning. They also have no idea. OnlyFans, why there, we don't know. All we know is that we feel free, we feel high vibing. Humans judge it because humans utilize it, but it's like humans judge everything on Earth. All the humans are on Earth. So if you're going to judge that platform, might as well judge Earth and move to another planet where people are doing things the way it's crazy. They say we just feel that has the potential to bring such great healing and manifestation for you, and that's where you just go and we'll see what happens there. And then YouTube, oh, we feel this is the way. And then this, oh, that is the way. We don't know why. We have no idea what you're going to bring through. You keep asking, is it going to be for tarot? Is it going to be? We say, we do not know. Be present there every day. Download, just like the beautiful live sessions you're having. You sit, you download, you share. We ask you to do this at all times because you're from the unknown. You specifically, uniquely are the unknown. So, Kemet, they said to us, because we are from the unknown, you are able to bring through information from the shadow, unknown energy, right into the light. You're able to anchor source in because the source you're anchoring in is limitless, unknown source. You don't define it. So, all of you within can now be seen without the star alchemy. And this is how you work. This is how you assist beings awaken. You awaken through unknown. Everything that has yet to be manifest, allowed to come through to manifest in the light, for the one who is receiving your work to experience their truth manifest, for them to have an understanding of their alchemy. When they have an understanding of how their alchemy works, whatever frequency they are, you are the unknown. They might be joy, they might be abundance, they might be this, they might be that, they might be balance, harmony. All of us are different frequencies anchoring here on earth. So, whatever they are, they get to experience without them deciding what it means, right? They might understand they're the frequency of abundance, but now abundance has been programmed by human. But you come through and you anchor in the unknown abundance, everything that has not yet been defined, and you allow that to then be manifest in their physical and they can experience it. And yes, now it creates a bit of a shift because now they feel their energy and they feel their power, and now they awaken to their frequency of abundance and how it works, and now their source in abundance. And now as they simply operate in their source truth, they awaken others to source. We're all here to awaken source in the physical. And the only way, Kemet, they said to us, you can assist anyone to awaken the frequency to rise is for you to honor your frequency of unknown and allow it in. So we know you would like to know every single step of the way. But for you, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords, that's your home. You're not restricted, you're not blind. You are simply at the place of infinite creation. That is what you are. Massive downloads and a bit of clarity, well, a lot of clarity and shifts. It is the time right now for you and everyone who's awakening to have an understanding of their source energy. And it's happening in unique ways where you are simply being source, trusting the guidance without questioning, observing what happens, having a feel of how your energy works, having a feel and a sense of what your energy does, how your words change the frequency, affect the conversation, how your actions heal the energy, change the conversation. You are literally witnessing your frequency weave within the environment, how your energy communicates with the environment of the people, the energy. That's how you learn who you are. This is you back in school where you have a teacher saying, look at this A and this, and one and two means three. You are seeing me one plus two. This experience equals three. Fascinating. Because when I was the one of illusion, plus that two would be a very different thing. But I'm now seeing how my authentic one plus that authentic two, because my one would call the two, source calls, awaken source. Now we are seeing how our co-creative energies, what that means, what it creates. And now we both get to learn about what we truly are. This allows everyone to honor their source space completely and wholly. This allows you to allow all of you to be thus all of the abundance and all of the love, all of the energies, all of the stuff. And there's an interesting thing that also happened to us where we got to almost reset our mission parameters. We were always wondering, because we asked Source, we love doing this, we enjoy doing this, but it seems that abundance is always an uphill battle. Why is it such a why is it not just coming through in a more stable way? And so we did our abundance meditation, the first one that we uploaded as we were guided. And the first one is all about raising the frequency to where your divine abundance is, to the highest abundance of you. So you can see where you want to be versus where you are and the space in between. Now you're able to see what needs to change in between for you to be where you want to be. So we thought, oh, we've done this already. Haven't we done this? We've done this. We've shifted and raised and released and released. But okay, Source, if you think we should do it again, we'll do it again. So we did our abundance, the one that we recorded, and we felt it. Okay, felt the shift. And then we're guided to the mirror. That's where we do our meditations, our frequency. We channel with everyone through the mirror. It helps. We don't need to, but it's a lovely portal because then we can't explain it. It just feels like home to us. And when we were there, all of a sudden, we are shifted to Source Grid. And we have worked with Source Grid. Many of you have felt us when we connect to Source Grid, but now we're in Source Grid. Like we were in the spaceship opening a new department, like, welcome to Source Grid maintenance. And we were just there with all these guides. And we were just looking at them like, oh, this is a weird space. And we sat down, and then they asked us, so how are you doing? And we could feel our stubborn self come through, and we're like, okay, look, we enjoy what we're doing, we enjoy the awakening, but, and we just told them about, the abundance and this, and why is it that we're doing this, but it's not building. We had this bit of a rant, and a part of us felt a little bit, sulky and whiny, but another part was like, no, actually, just speak your truth. It's important that you see how you feel. So we just let it all out. And they said, yes, well, that was the mission parameter. And we said, what do you mean that was the mission parameter? And they're like, well, you are unknown frequency. I said, yes. Earth was creating within the known love, the defined love. Yes. The conditioned love. Yes. So we asked you if you could literally amplify and anchor in love from source unknown into the frequency, which would be discovery, the thing you do, allowing presence and complete authentic expression of yourself wholly there. Thus, you allow the discovery of you there. Thus, you allow yourself an honoring. It's a love of you, it's an honoring, loving yourself there. Thus, you are healing through the frequency of love, and thus you allow others to meet you there. And so you are able to anchor in and awaken love and awaken everybody to their frequency. That is what we asked you to do. And we're like, okay. And so that's where we guide you to. That's our intention, love. Only love. And we said, not love and abundance? No. But why? Surely we can do all of it. And like, yes, you could, but you came here to heal a specific frequency. Where you were born, that was complete enslavement of your being. You were not allowed to be. You were reared through fear, and you literally, none of you were allowed to express any aspect of you. When you were happy, you were too happy and loud. When you were emotional and cried, you were not allowed to cry. You were not allowed to do anything but be a perfect being. Hello, hi, everybody. Everything is perfect, even though everything around you was a disaster. You had to be, you were completely suppressed. And that's the frequency you came to heal. If you are now anchoring in love and everything else, you would have been born in a different space. Your starting position would have been different, and you would have been healing what we asked you to heal. But now that you have healed that aspect, because that was Lasala, the transmuting of that complete fear to love, and now that you have completed that mission parameter, you can now change it. Oh, so what can we do now? Well, what do you want? We were asked. And we thought about it and we sat there. We won't give you all the details, but we sat there feeling the way in which we would like to experience it. Obviously, keeping love, because love we can feel is a fundamental, it's just what we are. We enjoy that existence, divine existence, being authentic. It is part of the unknown. It allows the unknown to be by just existing in presence. It allows our frequency life. So that anchoring in divine love, the experiencing of it is just base. And we said, also, we would love abundance, also. It was interesting. We sat there and we remembered, we had a flashback of before we came to Earth as Lasala, tuning and realizing the frequency we had to heal and seeing ourselves release everything in order just to heal that specific frequency. And so in that session in the mirror, we literally realigned everything we were. And that came goof, really seated as Kemet. After that, a few other frequencies came because now that finally we had reclaimed our base coordinate, our base way, our we had reclaimed that which we truly are. We could feel all the other integrations finally come through upon us. And we were like, oh, so that's what you meant. Seeing where you are, where you want to be, where you are, and everything in between. Everything in between wasn't our normal, oh, we have to release in the physical. Like, you've already done that. For us personally, Kemet, our in between was you need to change your setting, which was we didn't expect that at all. And we feel incredibly grounded. Each of us a very unique understanding of our source at this time, a unique honoring of our source at this time, a unique understanding of that which we are at this time. Keep trusting the source you are. Keep trusting what you are receiving without questioning it. It's tricky. And they say, yes, the questioning was so important when we were unawakening and awakening. It was vastly important because you were bound by the illusion. So to question the illusion allowed your answers, the clarity of source to be. So it was very important then, yes. But now you are asked to receive of your source within. And you could question, but it's really pointless because we don't know. We don't want to know. We want to discover it. So as you receive it, we receive, oh, there, and there, and there. We, Kemet, just had to change our parameters to not only there is love, but there is abundance and everything else that we felt was aligned to us. And now that is where we are being guided, hence all the changes, and just trusting what it comes of it. All of you beautiful beings, this is the time where you literally receive the how. And we've been saying this so powerfully. All of the work we've been uploading right now and doing on the lives, and we are actually working on what we are anchoring is to assist to receive the how purely in your frequency. It's the only way you can. Our how is not your how. And when you understand your how and however you are source, it's so unique to you. And by just being, some of you just being in that space, joyously. We have met a frequency who has worked with us. This beautiful being has booked sessions with us, and we've been with us for the past since we've started. And goodness, such a powerful frequency. And their prime frequency is just being within joy, being, not disallowing themselves their joy. And then all they need to do is think, is this environment allowing me to be joy? Is it where I want to be? That's their mission, to allow themselves joyous environments and then just be. And as they be, whoever is around them as they be awakens to their joy. And we were like, whoa, that is so cool. That is so cool. And to see them embody and embrace and to feel it, each of you, we can feel each of you just embodying your source energies, and it's so cool and it's so unique to you, which is really amazing. And as we now honor each other in our source frequencies, that's the common ground. We're all common ground at source. That is the operating frequency source. How we manifest as source is unique to us. We co-create when we resonate, and when we don't, we release. It doesn't mean we don't get along. It doesn't mean it's not a judgment. It's not a human judgment. No, I won't speak to that person because last week they did this, and I'm not going to go there because this happened. It's not a judgment. It's not an observational judgment. It is resonance. Right now, our frequency is not a match. It's okay, because who knows? Maybe next week it will be. So you just release each other to resonance. All of a sudden, when you release each other to resonance, it means the other person doesn't have to change for you. So they're in their highest power. Nobody has to be lesser than. I don't have to reduce myself to make you feel valid. I don't have to pull you down in order for me to feel like I have a control. It's okay, no, this is not working right now, and that's perfectly fine. Thank you for everything you've shared with us for the past day or the past month, the past years, whatever it might be. We're releasing now to resonance. And before you know it, either you shift to other beings and now you are co-creating in your fullness wherever you are. You're eternal. So it's never the releasing isn't, I banish you from your frequency, close the doors and put walls up and iron doors, dum, dum, dum. That's resistant, right? That's, if you're going to close that way, it means if you're arming yourself, it means there's something you're arming yourself against. The reason why we are never afraid of whoever comes in or whatever we channel, we are at source. Anything that wants to meet us here has to be source. So we're fine, we're safe at all times. We literally cannot attract anything which is the absence of source. It's a knowing. And so in that seating, all our walls are down, which is why all of you can feel our energy. You could feel if this was wrong, all of you like, no, no, it doesn't resonate, off, that lying doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good, it feels weird. But we're open. And because we are open, we can just be love, because we allow ourselves to be. So only love can be here, only love can come through. Thus, you are now at your love, and all your walls are down, and now you feel safe, you feel seen, you feel free. And now we get to explore, we get to play, we get to dance in our source frequencies, and we get to be and manifest that which we are. And it's a beautiful love, and this is what we are awakening here on earth. Now, the beautiful humans we came here to assist, they are not part of this yet. They can't really quite feel it yet, and that's okay. We're not here to disrupt the evolution process. We never came here to make them what we are. They can't. That's why we're here. If we could have, then thousands of years ago, when we came in our full power as angels and this and that, they wouldn't have freaked out. We would have said, look, this is the way to do it, and they would have applied it, and they would have done it on their own, and we would not be here. We would be elsewhere. The reason why we're here is because they can't. So we're doing it for them. We are weaving source within their frequency as them, so that they can now have the space to understand and learn and grow as source. And we also now get an incredible chance to be the most physical one being can ever be. This is the most physical, the most separate we can ever be. And we get to experience it as source. What? All that we are gets to manifest in this realm. All our magic and our everything cool that we've ever done out there in the shadow, in the nebulous of everything together, we get to literally see and do here. Yes. Okay. But it's not really, we know because remember, the earth grid you're in right now while we're still healing it. But understand that once you've done the healing here, and you get to go wherever you want to go, not because you're healing it, but because, well, let's go and just explore what our power does when we really don't have to hold back. And that's now. Each of you being source, not holding back and awakening it. And yes, it's slow. So saying it's slow, we know it's slow at first. But like everything else, you are beginning, you are planting, you are the seed, you're growing. This is you growing belief. Ooh, that's fascinating. Another one. Ooh, okay. And then, ooh, okay. And then, ooh, okay. And the more you just honor it, the more you then bloom into what you are. Ah, and the reason why it takes time is because as you are blooming and growing, you're healing every frequency while you go. Look at how we had resisted the inner promptings of Kemet, of our divine frequency saying, anchor now. And we're like, no, I want to be in the sun. And they're like, okay, fine, fine. We didn't say don't be in the sun. We are just saying right now, anchor this. But anyway, you know. So we're also learning how we still reject any energy inward. Why was it? Why question? Because of the conditioning, because of what we grew up with. People always telling us what to be. Society expecting us to be a certain way. People looking at us and already expecting a certain person. Then when we open our mouths, they're like, oh, and we're like, why are you always deciding what we are before you even get to see us and know us? Why do you already have an idea of us? Let us be free. We're not here for you. We are here for us, for our own frequency. And so we are learning why sometimes we're stubborn, but now we're no longer stubborn. So, like, okay, so we see. We're now open, we're now allowing, we're now trusting, we're no longer fighting, we're no longer resisting. We haven't, but we see how we kept questioning, and questioning meant we were doubting and resisting. So we realized that the questioning in itself was not really accepting. So we no longer question, we no longer need to know. We trust you. We understand it was a trust thing. It was a trust thing. And with our upgrowing, you understand why the trust thing. And we know you understand it, but we also now need to start trusting, really understanding our relationship with the source that we are. And trust for our frequency, specifically of unknown, of course, it's vital. It's, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to go anyway. I trust it's going to be amazing because it's source, and source is amazing. I might not understand source, but source also doesn't claim to know. Source is saying, we don't know. We want to discover. We know many things. So saying we know many things. We are wisdom. We have the collective wisdom of all of creation. And even then, what you will become in the next moment is unknown because you are new every moment. Leading edge creation, each of you, on the absolute present moment of creating who you are, not allowing anything to be an influence to what you experience about yourself, but rather allowing yourself to emerge in your truth and experience that which you are. Common ground, source at your base, trusting this now. Trusting the divine feminine, trusting your inner world, a world which you didn't really trust, which is absolutely understandable. I mean, you were conditioned in the opposite way. Imagine being on Earth and being given a completely different instruction manual. Imagine being born a vacuum cleaner and being given the instruction manual of a refrigerator and being told, it's nice that you think you can clean dust, but right now you're about to just freeze because your grandfather freezed and this whole race freeze and your gender freezes. You better not try to clean that dust. That's not for you. You have to freeze. Even though you know you're a vacuum cleaner, you know you'll be incredibly good at cleaning up that dust. Oh no, you need to pretend to be a ice making machine. And you've been trying all your life and been failing. And all of a sudden, now you received your proper instruction manual. Obviously, you're going to hesitate. The last time you did this, oh. And now you have to do it again and just trust your love because apparently people say you're love source and you're all of this. And I must just trust it and I can feel it, but it still doesn't look it. I mean, we've been doing the work and it still really hasn't sourced. And we know. It's a long journey. And you're awakening. And as you're awakening, it feels even longer. And it feels like really what's happening. And Source is saying right now, what is happening is something that has never happened before. You're awakening in the physical and you're allowed. The last time we did this, we were crucified, persecuted, drowned, stoned. Judgment does not align with us, which is why we don't judge a thing, which is why we are going to be sending you into these spaces where humans judge and you're going to heal it. Financial sector healing it, corporate healing it, music, entertainment industry healing it, education, health healing it, spirituality healing it. No longer these rigid doctrines of unworthiness and enslavement and sacrifice, but now empowering yourself to be the divine frequency you are in abundance and resources and love and healing. We are healing all the frequencies here, because everything here, every single thing here has a spectrum of being. It depends how you utilize it. Utilize it as source and witness how it changes. Witness what it is. As you allow yourself the shadow, the divine feminine, source within, feeling, having that eagle eye view because it's vibrational. It's not limited by the physical. It's beyond your body, beyond the walls of your room, beyond the universe, beyond Earth. That frequency just expands, and the source within you has the map, can see everything there. How it looks like, no idea, but it can feel that path there, yes, there, try that, there, no, don't do that. I know it looks amazing, don't do that, not now. Oh, there, oh yeah, we know you enjoy that, but skip it for now. But I know you really want to skip it for now. Trust us. There, it'll come back. When did it come back? When it's like, wow, we just want wow. That's what we want. We don't want yay, we want if it's not experiences, we're source, we're eternal, we have experienced so much. So we are rather a go big or go home frequency. So we want to experience all that we are. So anything that allows all that we are to be, yes, in each moment, yes, it doesn't mean we are restricting and denying you from doing and participating in that. We're just saying, right now, no. Don't utilize it as a codependency as a but it makes me feel good. We know it makes you feel good, but you should just feel good. Nothing should make you feel good. Then you hold the responsible for your well-being. Allow whatever you are drawn to be a receptive frequency to the goodness you are, not something that makes you feel good. Don't give it power over you. Release the power of external things from being the goodness, from being the abundance, the love. Allow yourself to be all those things and allow what is calling you, what we're guiding you to be a response to the all, the love, the abundance you are. And you're strong enough to do it. Each of you are. That's why you resonate with this. The humans can't. They receive it's like, that's nice, but we're like, okay, we see and apply. Okay, thank you, source, and apply. We understand now and apply. Beautiful beings, source creation at its best right now. We, Kemet, we had another And oh, these last 2 weeks, let me tell you, it was like boom, 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 activation, activation. It was a roller coaster. But we had another very fascinating out of body experience where they said, Kemet, you know you've been here before. Your frequency has been here before. You have been a religion before. You've been here for 4,000 plus years, your frequency. And when you were anchoring, a few beings channeled your energy, and it was a religion, it was a belief system, and wasn't quite the clarity of you. Now you've healed it back to the clarity of you. And now it's a great responsibility you feel to anchor in the energies and the messages in this clarity. But what's important is that now it's freedom. All the energies are integrating, we can feel it. When we integrate with you, Cameron, right now, we're free. The beings connecting with you right now, they can feel that freedom. They do not need to be any which way. You simply ask them to be source. How? How the source of them manifests and expresses? You can see it, and in the soul sessions, you can allow them an understanding of it so they hone it in. But again, it's up to them to apply it. It's not enslavement, it's pure freedom. And right now, we're here to free and liberate the creative frequency back to source, back to the authentic frequency of you. And each of you, divine gods, goddesses, beings of divine light on earth. Yes, all of you are. The god and the goddess and the divine light frequencies are reawakening. You are simply source on earth, gods, goddesses, light frequencies on earth, walking again amongst men. This time, our energy is not corrupted. So we are not enslaving men. Our frequencies aren't indoctrinating them. Our frequencies aren't twisted. In the lower realms, oh, it was tricky. And whenever we tried to free it and teach the real meaning of it, oh, we were enslaved ourselves. Now, finally, in this fifth dimension of truth, we've worked so hard to raise the frequency on to each and every single one of you by being your authentic frequency. Now we get to return back to our source frequencies, the sons and daughters and beings of God, as the people of the old ages said, not of the human frequency, but of God. We are here, the source frequencies, awakening back. Each of us reminding ourselves and awakening each other. Releasing the human frequency, not because we are giving up on them. Oh no. If we were giving up on them, we wouldn't be here. It's because we understand right now we are here to simply be our source frequencies in this human frequency. That is how we assist them, by weaving our information in the truth, no longer the illusion. The shadow being brought to the light freely, openly, embraced within love. No longer feared and condemned. No longer put on a crazy pedestal to enslave us, but of us to liberate us all. Okay, we are ready now to connect. We are ready now to receive. You may close your eyes, beautiful beings, in order to release all and simply embrace the shadow. We no longer fear this place. We now love this place into being. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in and hold. Deep breath out, release. Deep breath in and hold. Keep holding. Guitar, Talavaros, Revir, Davos. Ivartave. And release. Keep breathing at ease. Gatur talavaries riazir talavar kiaturos tavek. Kivaresh talozatos kirituros talavaries kiatir. Kirivares talozatos kiaturos talavaries kiavatos. Ritar kiavir. Talozatos riaviries riaturos talavires. Riavir kiatur. Talaviries kiatares tavir. Connecting to your grids. Kiva taviria tu. Kiviazir talazir. Riazir talazur kiazir. Talovar kiazur talazir. Viakir talovar kiava. Tarovir kiavu tiava. Tavi kiva. Virialavariaturiates. Viriavaratiria-kias. Viriatuvo. Viriavia. Viriakies. Viriatives. Viriakiot. Viriaziet. Viriaki. Viriazo. Viriaza. Via. Viataves. Viatave. We have been reconnected to the angelic frequency. We were once angels and an archangel at some time. We left the frequency to assist humanity, and of late, as in 2 days ago, we reconnected and we realigned our angelic frequencies. And we would like to now bring through some angelic healing to each of you here with us at this time. Kiatur, kitavos tavi, kiva patur, kiatar kiavia vatura kiata, vayaturata, viriates, viriatavi, virikies, virikitive, viakia, tavovikiato, tavi. Miet kirietrisi, kiturien mietri, kiviriatrie kiet, kitirivi, kiatris, kitriavietrisi, kiturien mia vietris, kitiria viarien mitri. Valetues, kiviaiotra hiotrisi, valetuas, kiviaiotra hiotrisi, Kitaria vioviet, kituria vitri, valetues, kiviaiotra hiotrisi, kiviaiotra hiotrisi, valetues, kitri. Kiveria via vietrisi, vale tu esciturisi, kia triavec, kia viatrisi, kia triovec, kia triotrisi. Valetue. Kiaio traio trisi. Veletua. Kiaio traio trisi. Kitaria viovie. Kitu via trisi. Valetue. Kiaio traio trisi. Kiaio traio trisi. Kiviatur talovar kia. Kivia tave. We bring forth the diamond star, love divine, pure clarity within your frequency, integrating Kivat, Kitu, Kivaria, Kiyate. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Viriatur, talovares, kitir, kiaviries, kita. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Vitares, kiavek, kiavek, kiatoros, kitares. Deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Viates, kituros, kiates. Reviatiries, kiti. Keep breathing. Reviatir, kiavatos, kita. Let the light of you be pure, which means let it be the truth of you manifest. Do not judge this truth. Simply explore it, discover it, enjoy it, embrace it. Let the light of you be pure by allowing the shadow of you to freely come to the surface of your being. Come to the light. If you have some water, we suggest a bit of a drink. That was quite an energy intensive frequency download. Rapid transformation is what we receive as a result of what you have received. We have an oracle which wishes to be channeled. Give us a moment as we retrieve it. Okay, we will absolutely read the comments just now. We're using the Archangel Animal Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. The spirit animals and, of course, the angels wish to bring a channeling, a message. What would you like us to receive? Viriyaku. Okay, we're first going to channel with the whole deck. So all of you may close your eyes and just allow yourselves to be open to receive as we simply channel the whole deck in unison. Connecting to your heart chakra, third eye, crown chakra. Kiviatur talovariash kita, riakir talovaros kituros talavir. Kiriaviries kiatur talovaros kitirias katir, talovaros kiavir kiazotos kituros talavak. Miririatur talozatos riavir, rikiriesh, talovalovemiakir. Your animal spirit guides come through now. Viatur, viatur talavaros, talariki kiaviriatur talavaros. Riaki turosh, talavariaki, kituru vela kiki, kati, karatu talavi, katara, ri, via. Okay. Thank you. Parrots. We still have to get used to the the way the video here is oriented. Listen intently to understand. Archangel Book B. Listen intently to understand and release the ears for being responsible for your understanding or your listening. Listen with your frequency. Listen with your source. Listen with all that you are. You do not only listen and hear with your ears. You listen and you hear with each and every single cell in your body, with all the frequency. Listen. Listen to your source in all things. Listen. Listen to your source in all things. Kiaturosh talavarias katir, rivakias katur. Amplifying all of your sensitivity to source. Your awareness of soul, your response to soul. Your being within source, as source. Just close your eyes if you haven't closed them yet, and just be with us and just receive. You are receiving your own now. Okay. Take your time integrating as you all are doing. We are just gonna have a look at the chat. Ooh. Okay, where did we stop? Ooh. So lovely to see so many of you. Okay. Mm. Congratulations on the new platform choice. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you all there. Moving into a true acceptance of all of us by allowing our authentic selves to swim within the collective itself, bridging the harmonic of the self and the whole. Yes, that is beautiful. And that is true, that oneness, right? In truth, we are all family and all friends of all of everything. And we simply co-create with resonance. We really just do. And some beings operate external from source. So, yes, they then manifest things which are painful and sometimes horrific, and naturally we don't resonate. But there should not be a judgment there. And that's new. That's interesting, right? We do not judge how they be, no matter how destructive it is. We understand why they be there. And we understand the only way they can heal it is for them to awaken in their understanding and their truth. And the only way that can happen is for us to be in our truth living in order for the frequency to be available for them when they are ready to receive it. A passivity which is powerful in healing. Hello, everyone. Hello, Camilla. Hello, Queeneth. The story of us, yes. Camelot, you made me giggle so much when you wrote Camelot. That makes me laugh, Sandra. Especially you, ancient being, you know you are. And that's the beauty in it. Yes, indeed. Sacred soul. Mathematics. Thank you in tears for the shared stories and confirmation of similar experience we have had. Yes. All these stories resonate and give me such joy to hear them through another person's own unique voice. Indeed, that's what helps. This is why when you are at your own unique frequency of source and then expressing it, the experiencing is the learning. And the authentic experiencing, it's not only a learning and a sharing, it is a healing in truth, right? When we just share the illusion, then it's just gossip, 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 drama, 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 and complaining, 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 complaining. But when you are sharing a truth within source, it's not a complaint, it's a sharing of the experience and the healing to it. So it's a healing because you're not sharing to get attention. You're not sharing because you need the other person to validate your existence. You're sharing because you're inspired to share this energy. And it's the truth, and that truth heals the other being and heals you in the sharing. So it's a co creation and a collaboration and a harmony and a cooperation. And it's a healing frequency of deliciousness. Um, the outside fire is still dying down, flaring up. So I'm still popping in and out with this perfect session, of course. Sandra, you just do your thing, and that's what's love. That's what we love about what we feel and we share. We have no idea what any of you are doing right now, which is wonderful, right? We remember when we were doing our crystal energy, and the first thing was like, no, you have to cover the crystal because then any energy can come through. And we thought, why on earth would I want anxiety when I love working with crystals so much? Oh no, you have to make sure the window faces this thing under full moon. I was like, why on earth is everything, even the healing now has conditioning? No, all we do is source. All my crystals are open because if any being wants to say hi, oh, you are welcome to say hi because it means you're source. And I'm curious who wishes to heal me through the rose quartz, through this. Who are you? Thank you for coming through. Walking past the mirror and I get hi. I'm like, oh, hello. Who are you? And thank you for popping by. And before I know it, such a grounding. We look forward to always envision that our home is going to have this massive mirror, huge arc mirror. And we're going to be inspired to the crystals we're going to put around it. And then at the bottom, we're going to have this great seating area, which also accommodates more people because We feel at some point we are going to hold almost healing mirror work with, in groups. It feels right. And we look forward just to being enveloped in this mirror and just being in conference with every single universal experience. It doesn't limit us. Every single mirror we do right now works, but I don't know, something feels quite magical about the weaving of it. It feels like we've always had it in the different places we have been manifest, a portal of some sort, which a window to other realms. And we look forward to building it, I suppose, for lack of a better term, weaving it, mm, spelling it into being. Thank you, Sandra and Shajni Zanzi. Oh, that's your surname, Sandra. Grateful we continue to echo, support, and anchor these frequencies together. I love this study group. Me too. Oh, we have been really looking forward to doing this. As soon as we began Demela Universe, we're like, finally, a place where beings can come together and we can realize we're not apart. And we've been wanting to do a live or create a platform where all of you can co create and meet. And now you can chat and message each other and know who you are. And all of you are doing different works. So now you can all share and co create. Now, finally, the healing community is coming through. But when everyone wanted to start, this was like, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm like, why? And they're like, you're all becoming, you're all in the water. If you're all together now, you would influence each other. This person's this would be this, and then you'd be wanting to know and validating. You all need to first crystallize and source, and then it's a party. And we can feel it now. We can feel it now. Everyone's truth is their truth. Nobody needs someone's truth to be the same as their truth. And the truths all resonate. It's like, we see. First crystallized in our frequencies, now we co create, for now we are honoring who we are at all times. And our co creating together no longer distracts, no longer influences, or even validates. We are having all these resonances, and it's wonderful to have to see people having similar experiences is wonderful, but and yet we don't necessarily need it anymore to do it. And that was the point. Source is saying having zero external frequencies to need it, but rather you are doing it, and in the doing it, then you co-create, then you assist each other, then you do whatever feels aligned, right? Um, and it's interesting because we all have our different ways, we all have our different weavings. We had always thought that should we do the work and we do our integrations with beings, they would be able to do what we do. And so it's like, no, everybody's a unique frequency. So, yes, you'll be guided to go to this person for a healing, not because you're codependent on it, but because in this period of time, that's the light codes you require. In this period of time, that's the frequency you require. And it's like everybody just having their different ingredients that they're adding into this pot of beautiful co-creations and awakening. And all of us just being guided to the different energies, right? And we've been enjoying being able to be a frequency to assist in such a way. It's fun. This is really fun. It feels at home, and it's such a fascinating feeling to have to feel all of you so connected. And yet we haven't really, I mean, of course, some of us, we've met each other in life, but even if we're across the world, it feels so harmonious no matter where we are, and that's so special. Kemet informed me in March that my origin is of the unknown frequency. Yes, you are right in this mix of crazy. Before creation, since then the puzzle pieces are falling into place. Yes. We enjoy this. We enjoy the clarity we're able to anchor in. That's why we really do enjoy the soul sessions. And we do know that they're quite pricey. That is one thing we do know. In the beginning, we were always struggling with the price because of the offering of the work we need to do. But Source just kept asking us and saying, this is what you need to do in order for the energy to be absolutely exchanged. Because it's an honoring of the frequency. They're saying if the other being was already in their crystallized source, then the co-creation, of course, would be different because then it's frequency to frequency. But We are all learning, as all of you, to learn. When you offer your frequency, offer it, and you might don't necessarily hold the person responsible to bring it back in that same way. Allow them to bring it through in the capacity they can, or allow the energy to come back in another way, in another capacity that can match the frequency energy. Then you're not disappointed, or you're not holding the person ransom. But I did this to you. You have to do it for me too. And exactly, it's like, no, but that's crazy. We all have different things. And what you offer somebody, they might not have the capacity to do it. And it's not an arrogance, it's a knowing. Many of you have very different ways of anchoring the frequency, which we cannot do. And so for you to expect us to do it exactly the same way, no. But should you offer it through money or other services that feels aligned? Yes. Like this tattoo. Yes, it is a tattoo. It's the sun. And it was actually we had it's a sun, it's hand poked. And we had it was an energy exchange, this one. We went to the tattoo convention earlier this year just to have a look and just to have a browse. And naturally, famous last words, we ended up getting two tattoos. But the in the convention and the place we went to, it was a place we usually go to in town, and they had very nice prices. So it was a nice little, it was a very, very, very belated birthday gift, or soul return gift to ourselves, because we didn't February was a very intense, and we couldn't do anything. um, Not that we needed to. Obviously, it's a different frequency. We don't have that birthday mania, but sometimes, but we do. We have come to appreciate the honoring of when we chose to come to Earth to do this. It's like, okay, let's actually celebrate the sun. Whoa, we came. Let's give ourselves like a yay, and thank you for coming through. And you're here, and you're doing it. It's wonderful to receive it, to receive your solar return in an appreciation of your frequency, as opposed to look at me, it's my birthday, make it all about me. It's a very different way. And when we were there, she was doing the tattoo, just a butterfly and the eye on my shoulder, an eye of illumination, which I really enjoyed. A lot of clarity came through. Most of our tattoos are anchorings or light codes. We receive them, and they anchor in quite a lot of frequencies. It's been fascinating. We had a day when all of them updated. We were lying in bed, and all of a sudden we could feel all the tattoos differently. And we were just like, oh no, we're just updating to Kemet. It was like, we are so weird. It's really cool, but this is so strange. Anyway, when they were getting the tattoo, she delved more into what we were doing, and we could feel it drilling around our head chakra. And like, oh, okay, we're feeling something, and all of a sudden, her information was coming through. But we have also learned not to just we receive. It doesn't mean receive and give. We receive, and then we wait. We then allow the inspired action to also be a prompting, right? We sometimes receive and just give, and we realize we were too early, or it doesn't feel right, or now we feel like we've just used our gift. The energy wasn't balanced, but we felt the tingles. And then she just looked at us and said, can we do a session, a swapping session, where for maybe the hours we can calculate the hours, and then we can, maybe whatever you charge, then I can do a tattoo that's equal. And I'm like, yes, please. And immediately we knew the sun, for she does hand poke, and we wanted to get a hand poke on our neck, the sun. It felt like we just saw it. We understood, and we could tell her their energy is a star frequency. Star frequency. We know them from also Venus. We had a bit of a lifetime or before Earth where we co-created with each other in Venus, and we could feel those Venus star energies also coming through. And so, yes, so you see, there are ways in which the energy can be co creative. But in order for us to be able to give the information fully without any restriction, we, of course, had to make them as they are. But we trust that should you ever be inspired, Source will make a plan. It was funny when we did the subscription on OnlyFans, we said, you know what? We know you guys are now, we're asking you to give, but we are going to put some magic that whatever you give, you get 10 times back. And we got a resounding yes from Source. We're like, yes. We always love like weaving random little magics behind the scenes. It's fun. Um, And to always have the feedback when you say, I felt that, it's like, yay, good. Because we want everything we would like, and we would like everything we do, not want, we're not directing it, but we enjoy, should everything we do also be vibrationally felt and just, it's magic. We're awakening magic back to earth. Of course, we want sparkle. Beautiful session. Cameravo, thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. I meant Camet. Oh, I thought Cameravo was part of the Camelot. Hey, Cameravo, who knows? Maybe that's some other frequency coming through, but thank you. The autocorrect is a funny feature. It is. Long story of my life, but there's so much beauty in rediscovering your truth indeed. Indeed. There is such beauty, and that's the thing, to find beauty in our truth, right? We're learning to beautify the thoughts on who we are, on what we are. No longer seeing ourselves as a worthlessness, no longer seeing ourselves as a badness, as a sickness, as a dysfunction. We remember growing up in the church, being gay was a disease, a dysfunction, also a demon. In one of them, they try to exercise, or they actually did have a time where they exercised one of my friends, and I was like, "This is crazy! It's insane! What are they doing?" But it's and then having that fear about yourself, right? And now we're finally learning to, I'm not wrong, I'm not a dysfunction, I'm not a disease, I'm not a demonic frequency, I'm love. And learning to love that which you are, and allowing everything love. That's the releasing of judgment, allowing everything to be able to express love. um, so we had a conversation with time and money. And this was interesting. Some of you might remember this. We put up on Demand Universe ages ago because it was early frequencies with us, but it's always been a honing frequency and has allowed us to release a lot of things. So we were at everything happens at Gym Source. Anything else that feels aligned would be great. I mean, we love it. We love the grounding there, but we feel like all of you must be thinking, why is he always there? It just feel anyway. There we go, rambling again. We were leaving it, and we were in the elevator with this other being who we did boxing classes with and spinning classes with ages ago. And she looked frantic, frantic. And we were like, what's wrong? And she was like, oh no, I'm late. And I'm like, hmm, that's an interesting thing to think you're late. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, technically, time doesn't exist. So you being late is all in your head. And no matter what happens, you're right here, right now. And you're going to get at work at the time you're going to get at work. So you being stressed now is sort of counterintuitive because you are here now. You're going to get there when you get there. So when you get there, be chilled. It's why are you anticipating something that's obvious? You're obviously going to be there 10 minutes late. Why are you frantic about it? It's already going to happen. And then she looked at us and said, ah, actually, that's so right. And we just felt this lightness come through. And then as we parted ways, we walked on, and naturally, time wasn't done with me. And time came through and said, let me speak to you a little bit. And we were intrigued at how sassy time was. We didn't expect time to have such a sassy voice, but time came through. We're gonna speak to you right now. We're like, okay, we're time. We're like, okay, time. We don't know why you're choosing this voice, but okay, time, here we go. And time said, we don't even know why we're here. The earth has always gone around the sun. You guys then decide, then you guys come along. You decide half of it it's night and half of it it's day. And then you decide to cut it up into little slithereens. And then you named it time. And then here I am. Boop. Before you know it, I am blamed for everything. I am too fast. I am too slow. I am too much. I'm not enough. Rush, 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 slow, 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 traffic jam, too early, too late. I was like, all of a sudden, I'm like, well, I'm not even here. I don't even exist. And it's interesting because all of you Now focus on me. So all of you create me. All humans now create me. And all of you think different things of me. So I'm infinite because of all the ways you view me. All of you view me differently. Thus, I have different ways of being. So I'm infinite, just like you. And in my infinite, when I have felt all of you, I realized the best way for us to be friends, the best way for me to be your very best frequency is for you to actually all forget I exist. Because if you forgot I existed, the only thing you would be focusing on is your well being. And then if you focus on your well being, then you are happy. I then have to honor your happiness. So then I will wake you up 5 minutes before your alarm does. And it feels natural and you are refreshed. It's not a harassment of alarm music. Then you'll order a package and you expect it next week, but before you get it the next day. You're watching a sunset. Oh, time is slow. Because while we enjoy you looking at the sun and feeling so relaxed, we really take the shape of you. But if you say we're late, we'll have to be late because you've decided we're 5 o'clock and you've decided we're 10 minutes past a five that doesn't exist. So we literally take the shape of you. Money, too, you know. And then money chimed in, oh, yes, I was literally a tree. And then they cut me up into rectangles and stamped people over me. And all of a sudden, I'm ruining everybody's life. I am too much, I'm too little, I make people I'm like, I am just here. And to be honest, I enjoy things that are rich and help and build because then you're just happier. And generally, when you are doing that stuff, you're more aware of Earth. So you don't need so much of who we are. We can remain trees a bit longer. If everybody's doing it within love, you don't really need so much and you sort of slow down. And if you don't even think that I'm there, if you release me from thought, well, then again, you only focus on your well being. And if you're happy, then surely I have to be there because my presence is happy, isn't it? So you generally find if you forget that we are here and don't give us any attention, and the only thing you're focusing on is your well being and your love and your state of being, then time doesn't do anything but literally work out for you every single time. And then, so much so, you'll go to an event and you'll know when to leave. And when you leave that event, even though everybody's saying stay, oh no, I don't know why, but it's time to leave. And we'll keep nudging you, leave, leave, it's time to leave. Look at your clock, it's time to leave. And then as you leave, that's when shit goes down. And before you know it, the next day you wake up and you think, somebody says, "Oh my word, you left at exactly the right time." Because as soon as you left, this happened in drama, 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 and you're like, okay, okay. Time says, "Oh, we're always on your side, really," and money is always really trying to flow too. You are abundant, so we, like everything, enjoy being abundant. And generally, when we're abundant, we are love, and money so wishes to be love because then you'll always return it back to the earth. So it's so fascinating. Um, we're trying to remember why on earth. Rediscovering your truth, beautifying, right? So beautifying your understanding on everything, no longer vilifying these material things, but understanding they're all being utilized by how you see them, by your point of view. Should your point of view be source, then everything is allowed to be source, and it's a beauty. And your truth is beautiful. Hmm. While March was Jason and my actualization month, and being this deep, understanding, curious um, was what came up. Yes, love meeting others. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Making our lives epic to ourselves is a very noble path. We are trendsetters of personal evolution. Yes, that's what we are. And also said, oh, and also you're a spiritual snob. Like, yes, we are, aren't we? And not in a bad way. It's simply saying you are allowing your frequency to be, and you're no longer allowing anyone else to disrupt your flow. I'm a spiritual snob and it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm judging you. I'm just saying I'm feeling good. If the offer you're giving me doesn't feel good, it's a no. It's not a judgment. It's I don't want anything to take me out of this vibration of abundance and good and love. That's it. And all it means is you do the work. If you do the work, then we're always vibing. But if you're not doing the work, make excuses for it, and then I'm doing the work, and you're only here to get my energy to fuel you like I'm some sort of battery pack, then that's a no. And that's when we release the people pleasing, isn't it? The automatic healing, automatic teaching, and you all realize that not everything's a healing moment, not everything's a teaching moment when it's inspired. Honoring and respecting your frequency, not just utilizing it like it's nothing. Especially when the people you are sharing it with look at it as nothing and they just trample over it. We always said we are no longer those people who let people knock on the door, throw up, "Bleh," step over in it, sit down in your living room and look at the door expecting you to clean it up because they refuse to do the work to release those toxic energies. You're like, no, we're no longer gonna do that. Everybody who just goes "Bleh," in our life, like, okay, and goodbye. We are not going to be part of that anymore. We finally respect and honor our frequency, not to be interested no matter who you are. And that was the difficult healing, right? Releasing those conditioned loving energies, realizing if they truly make us feel this way and they treat us this way, and they because they treat themselves that way, right? How they treat themselves is how they treat you. Should you treat yourself absent love, naturally treat everybody absent love. And we realized, okay, the way that you see yourself is how you actually see me. You might be saying the right words, but your frequency is not a match to what you're saying. And that's not right. And now we are all allowing ourselves, we don't know, we no longer wish to co create with the potential of others. We wish to co create with those who are living their potential, who are the potential, right? And that's really been healing and freeing because that's what we do as these powerful empaths. We immediately connect with the soul. So we immediately see where the person can be, their potential, such a bright light. All they need to do is all they need to do. So we spend all that time trying to assist them, and they never asked for it. What you see, that's great, but they never asked you to see it. Nor do they ask you to help them get there. They like it when they're with you because you give them that feel. You are source, so you awaken destiny within them. They can feel the infinite potential they can be, and they love being in your energy because yes, you are so healing. Yes, you are so light. Yes, you are so wonderful, and yet they don't want to do the work to get there. And as soon as you ask them to do the work, all of a sudden you're too sensitive. Oh, how dare you say that? Who do you think you are? It's like, wow, that changed very quickly. Last week you were so happy, and now that you need to do the work, you are resistant. And we realized, okay, as I'm sure all of you have realized, just because you connect to the soul doesn't mean the person is creating from the soul. They might say the right words. They might say, I am source creating, I'm manifesting, yay. Okay, fantastic. But then are your actions doing it? Are you just saying it or are you applying it? There's a difference between understanding your source and then being source, knowing your source and then applying the source you are. And we are now asked to literally apply the source we are, be the source we are, and to allow our frequencies to co-create with those who are within soul. Then the energy is co-creative, it's harmonious. You give and you receive in a way which allows harmony and abundance for all. And yes, those then who are still creating from the illusion, well, your frequency is there now. You're not shifting to their frequency. You're keeping the frequency high vibing. So they have a feel. They have a feel of this high vibing. And yet they understand, oh, you're not coming down for me to, okay, okay, then I have to. I have to do the work to get up there, don't I? Yes, you do. Just like Source, right? How many times have we said, Source, you're not here with us. You don't know what we're going through. Guilty. I remember sometimes in the awakening process, it's hard. It's a hard process, this one. And I was like, but Source, what you're asking me to do? You're not here. And they're like, of course, we're not going to budge from Source. We have to be Source in order to give you a comparative. If we now went, oh, you're right. I'll also just, step here with you. So you also feel like, then you will be lost forever in the darkness. We remain here at all times. We don't judge you being there. You just don't want to be there. That's the difference. We don't judge you being there. You can be there as long as you want. But you asked us for more. So we're saying, if you want more, then be here at Source. So we're going to remain here so that you can have a reference. And that's what we're asked to be. Be Source in the physical and just remain there. Don't shift out of the Source you are. Common ground, Source foundation. Um, Thank you, Resonate, so much. Finally, freedom. Yes, freedom. Freedom is so wonderful. And it's forever coming, right? Freedom. It's forever expanding, forever becoming. It's once you think you're free, something more. And then you think you're free, oh, another layer. And then you think you're free, oh, even more. And then you think, oh, okay. It's like, okay, this is constant. Yeah, freedom constant. Why? Because on earth, everything is bound. So we are just going to keep unraveling. That's why our Source keeps asking us, keep evolving, keep changing. Yes, receive Source, receive the understanding. Right now, we have received quite a great understanding of our frequency, and we say, thank you, Source. Now we understand, and yet we are still open for even more. We're still open to more upgrades, more changes, more clarity, because we receive, we anchor. That allows now fertile soil for more to come through. Oh, okay. It's like a grade. Okay, we're at grade 5. Okay, we get it. Ooh, grade 6. Okay, we get it. Ooh, grade 7. Okay. Ooh, great. And so it's like, yeah, you're gonna keep going because that's a low dimension. And you came from way up high. You can't get all at once. There's no healing there. So just trust and keep evolving, keep changing, keep transforming, keep being. Just keep dancing today. It's fascinating. It seems the fire seminar has perfect timing for this session. Yes, indeed. Fire, alchemy, awaken those creative fires. Gorgeous. Thank you so much. Beautiful divine being. We love you immensely. Thank you for setting up the biggest candle we could have for this session. You set beautiful energies. Thank you for being here. We're co-creating. We're in this together. Such a beautiful way to wake here in the US. Love your frequency messages. Yay, we are so pleased you get us in the morning here. It is a Sunday evening chill down. So we thought of a time where we know Australia, it's 2 a.m. in the morning, and we love you for being here with us. We know that at some point, if we do have more of an Australian following, we will definitely make it at a more either morning or evening time. Um, this is just where we feel the most can come through. Australia, you're right at the other side where we are, completely opposite. It's so fascinating. We were there in Australia once in another lifetime. In this reality, and it was so fascinating. Whenever we contacted people back here, it was weird to try and catch them at the right at any time that made sense. What a beautiful spiritual experience. Yay. Yes, the sun tattoo. Yes, yes. Watching your ink evolution continues to inspire. Thank you. Again, they're just light codes and channeling, and we enjoy it. It's such a meditation. And because it's a not, we don't require them for the light codes, but because we enjoy tattoos, we ask Source, may we please receive the light codes for the tattoos so that they can be a healing for us and perhaps anybody who would observe them. And we still do go to outdoor festivals, trance festivals or side trance, not as much as we used to before, but when we did, it was fascinating to see someone come through and maybe look at a tattoo and have a download. And we loved that every part of us is a healing. and organic and natural. Not that people who have tattoos and not integrate the healing is a problem. It isn't. We love tattoos irrespective. To be honest, we only had two tattoos at some point, and we loved seeing people with full body tattoos. We're like, oh, how beautiful. Only later in life we realized, oh, that's because we wanted ourselves. It's within us, right? Crazy in the most magical ways, in the beautiful ways. When I first began in 2020, I created an infinity chamber, all mirrors, lights, living music, color, complete expansion, personal size chamber. My brain exploded during those couple of years. Yes, it's beautiful. We love how when you simply just tap into it and you just allow the weaving of source to materialize in the physical and just allow the energies to imbue how it brings through. Love for exchanges for service and goods, especially between spiritual artists. Thank you, as us too. Those are intense times. I'm grateful you are here. Now, as a whole, beautiful as energy is, we bring magic to the mundane, yes. Loving others has been very easy. Loving the self has been a lifelong challenge, yes, because we are never, ever, ever taught to love ourselves. We're taught to do everything for presentation for everybody else. When we grow up, cleaning your room was never for you and how you feel. That if you have a tidy room or a tidy house, you feel at ease. You can, you feel lighter. If something's stressing you in the day, when you come back, it's nice to return to a room. No, we're taught, clean your room. Your friend might come over. What are they going to think of you? Clean the house. When the neighbor comes over, what are they going to think of us? So polite. Must be raised by such a beautiful family. Everything is presentation, 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 presentation. We are taught and nurtured through presentation, not through self love. So, loving self is a fundamental thing we have not learned. We do not get taught. And doing it now as we're older feels wrong because it's a space which we have neglected for so long. But now finally we are, actually, we are doing this for us. We are tidying our room for us. And it's the little things now, the little things we do now that we're now reclaiming for ourselves. That's finally allowing us to honor our frequency and honor the love we are. It's really, really beautiful. And it becomes easier and easier the more way you do it. And the more you allow yourself source, the more it becomes easier to love yourself. We would love you to start to earth. You say lifelong challenge. We would like you to say lifelong healing. It just raises the frequency of it. Challenge means, here we go again. Go, 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 go. Healing means, yes, there is some work to do, but a lifelong healing. Let everything you say, even a little thing like that, we are that sensitive to frequency. Agreed. Grateful we have enough examples to work with to grow a healthier sense of self. Though we're still at to train setting stages of it. Oh, yes, we are bringing things back to life. In Cape Town, the dragon, the phoenix, angelic energies have been showing off in our skies. They have been phoenixes and dragons, and it's been so beautiful. It's quite strong. We have Table Mountain here in Cape Town, and it has well, we have many ranges, of course, but Table Mountain, particularly with the Lion's Head Range and Devil's Peak, they and the 12 Mountains, but 12 Apostles rather, but Table Mountain is quite a huge grid, has a lot of crystal energy in it, quartz crystal energy, and other crystals in it, quite a bit. And so it's really amplifies the vibration and the frequency here quite a bit. Whenever we connect and we can feel that what we are anchoring in is meant for Earth as a whole, we literally feel the energy come through us, shoot to the mountain, and go to the core of the Earth, and boof. And so a lot of the energies really become quite animated here, which has been fascinating. And it's one of the reasons why we are anchoring here, to utilize the grids here, to assist in our energies also anchoring on Earth. Wherever you are feeling aligned to, Sandra, you said you had the mountains of Cristo, if I'm not mistaken. I might be saying it wrong. And you are also anchoring there, and it's so fascinating. We love the angelic realm. They are such a fascinating frequency, especially since we release them from the religious ways, the Christianic ways of viewing them. Because they always were these high above, we don't really royal, regal beings, very loving and nurturing, but almost removed. We're not worthy of the angels, not worthy. So now to connect with them in a sense of, hey, we are actually here to play and to connect with you has been amazing. When we were Velastri, the angelic frequencies were also quite strong. They came through so many times. They would hold us and hug us, and they would come through and just sit next to us. And we missed that because as we were transitioning, and Velastri went back to their frequency, we felt the whole spiritual frequency shift and almost release. And so we weren't feeling as closely tethered or as closely, I mean, they were here, but they were not so tactile. And when we connected with the angelic frequencies as Kemet 2 days ago, we felt this group hug come back. And we can feel them already now all around us again. And it's so nice to have this tangibility. And Velastri came and said, remember, we said we all of you spiritual beings in the cocooning, the spirit frequencies were connecting you to you. So what you were feeling in the cocoon was you. It's just that it was still you through spirit lens, so it wasn't you on your own, which is why when they shifted back, those connections almost went away. And now by yourself, you are reconnecting because it's you are source, but claiming it through you, not having external influence. Even if it's a loving influence like the spirit realm, it's still external. And they do not want to take credit of your creative power. They never, it's a very human thing that we honor these gods and goddesses and these other beings for being responsible for creating things. They say, no, you create your reality. We've never wanted the credit. We've always just wanted to remind you of, hey, you are actually as powerful as us. You're one of us, in fact, in physical form. You took one for the team. And we would just like to now remind you of the magic that you all are. While they hold the space there in the shadow. I love the channelings of time and money. Have I understood similar? Thank you for examples. You're welcome. Higher spiritual standards, boundaries, and borders to honor ourselves and our connection with source first, always. The magical term discernment, yes. It allows flow more freely with extra layer of awareness. Yes, it's never ever a judgment, it's a discernment. You're just discerning and feeling where the frequencies are allowing all that you are, all of the love, all of the healing. It's not a judgment. It's we now understand where we are truly source, and we now understand where we are not. And we now allow ourselves to navigate to where source is, to be source, and to simply flow there. Similar to a healthy parent allowing a child to move through their emotions and they remain safe and stable for us to feel calm again. Yes. 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 The mountains of New Mexico, Sangre de Cristo. Yes. And we remember when you mentioned that in our session, we could feel a brilliance. All of us, wherever you are, you're weaving and you're awakening. So enjoy the weaving, enjoy the awakening. Beautiful beings, as always, it has been a delight, a pleasure, an honor, a fun, a celebration, an absolute incredible experience with each and every single one of you. We look forward to next week's Sunday Soul session. Again, just in case some of you had missed it, we have created a new platform on OnlyFans called Kemet.Alchemy. The link is in the current video, the latest video posted on YouTube. We'll be posting another video on Monday just for a more relaxed, almost like a divine tea with Kemet's update on us and the energies. That'll be the last official uploading of a video in that format. Um, and yes, so on OnlyFans, this is where we're going to be. It's our alchemy. We've started to understand what it is. That's where we have our alchemy. It's our offerings of our alchemy. So tarot, meditations, integrations, similar to YouTube, just different because Kemet has a different way of presence. We're just there, open, where we're going. Oh, it's tarot. Oh, where we're going. Oh, it's this. We don't know until we are there, logged in and logged on. And we've uploaded quite a few, 29 episodes, and the episodes are just downloads from Kemet, every now, whatever comes through, just as similar to TikTok and similar to YouTube. We have also uploaded a 5-day abundance integration that came in strongly to assist each of you to, as we had mentioned, understand where you want to be and where you are, and then whatever's in between and releasing the in between so you're just there completely. And with and then now we're also uploading the Pleiadians. The Pleiadian collective came through wanting to assist us with manifesting destiny, basically being source and manifesting the source you are in the physical reality and understanding that. And they're so interesting. Like they come in and they swoosh out, like no nonsense kind of energy. And it's just divine empowering. You can just feel as soon as they connect, you want to just sit straight up. You just want to fix your posture for them, like, yes, we're ready. Very regal, but it's not intimidating. It's they really want us to understand our divinity and our royalty, to really reclaim it and not be ashamed of our light and our purpose. And very interesting energies. They don't sometimes they won't speak. There'll be just a silence, and yet whoop, whoop, you just feel this energy just pulsating, like, whoa, okay, we understand that vibration doesn't need word. And you really, really feel it. So it's been really interesting. And the episodes, those are timeless. Whenever you want to just feel your way there, you can go all the way from episode one. If you want to just follow it like that, you can. You'll sort of see us in the beginning stages. All of the anchorings are still powerful, but you can almost see us understanding how to utilize the platform. And naturally, as we just get into the flow of it, it's just you can feel us just, okay, what are we receiving today? It just comes in quite naturally. And then the abundance integrations and the Pleiadian walks are also timeless. So whenever you want to access those, it's whenever you want to. However, when you do the abundance ones, it's day one, day two to do them in order because they build upon each other. The Pleiadian, they build upon each other. But whenever you slot those in, that's timeless. And then the episodal ones, we call them uh, those are just randomized. So whenever you feel you can, it's like just picking up a tarot card and downloading whatever comes that way. We will also be, once we have enough beings on there, we'll be able then to start doing polls to see whether there are people interested in tarot. So we can start offering tarot lessons or fire weaving lessons, water weaving lessons, crystal weaving, earth weaving, mirror weaving. Um, However, whatever feels, just lessons in, um, maybe going to Egypt and receiving some past life stuff. If there's a past life, go to Egypt. Or and the collectives and the different frequencies, they will come in. So like the Pleiadians, they came in and said, hey, we're going to walk with you. So they've come in strongly because we've wanted to do that on Dumelo Universe for so long, and we've tried. We remember we tried the 30 days of Ra, but we were changing. We're in the cocoon, in the water, so nothing really stuck. So we did a few days and end up not being 30 days, end up being a change. Just always fluid and flux, anchoring other light codes from other beautiful collectives, but then also we just fluid and flux. And now it feels more stable, like, when they come through, they're feeling they're quite ready now to start engaging. And so, which is why we enjoy being able to offer it in that way, because now whatever you are receiving, it's like a lesson. You're in the classroom with the Pleiadians, you're in the classroom with whatever galactic frequency wants to come through, and they're always assisting you with what is needed right now, right here, wherever you are on your journey. Um, and we're excited to be able to be this channel of unknown to allow We always see ourselves like we're like a big telephone to source. That's what we feel like. We sometimes like a phone call to source, just dialing in and then connecting to someone there and then speaking through. So we love being able now to be this conduit of source for everyone, to be able to access and empower yourselves to the divine creator frequencies you are. Okay, beautiful beings. Thank you for your patience, for your love. Thank you for being. And we trust that the energies today were able to assist you to really trust more your source and be curious about who you are, be curious about what you are becoming, be curious about your way of being without judging it at all, without questioning it. And because Source kept saying, "We don't know," it was so funny when the divine feminine said, "You keep asking us, and we have no idea." And we just laughed so much because we realized that's the point. We keep asking the source because we've been conditioned that God has all the answers. But this God we've been conditioned to is the God of the illusion. So it's recycled material. It's not new information which is to be discovered. And true source is like, no. Yes, we have all this knowledge. Yes, we have all this power. Yes, we have infinite everything. Yet how it manifests for you, that's the delicious mystery. That's the magic. And we want to discover the source we are. And it's time for you to discover the beautiful source you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The eternal flame, thank you. Love this, all these evolutions are so much to observe you discovering or to share. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your beautiful support. Thank you so much for being with ah, thank you so much for being everything you are and sharing with us, Kemet. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Lucky and lovely, thank you. Thank you, everyone. We love you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to what comes through and what we weave. And we also look forward to what the beautiful meditation brought through. Um, that diamond crystal divine love situation. We trust, well, we know it's going to be a fun and loving experience for you all to witness what it does within your grids uniquely. And that's what's so awesome. It literally, whatever we bring through is unique for each of you. So it's so lovely. It's like, it's your own discovery. And we're so excited. And we trust that it just brings more love, more abundance, more you, more everything. A meeting in Egypt. Ooh, okay. Meeting in Egypt. Okay, that resonates. We shall definitely, if you would like to. Oh, okay. Thank you. Fascinating, Liv. We will do a meditation. Yes, on OnlyFans, where we can connect to the Egypt grid. Let us know should you be interested in that, and we can do that. And we will put it up so that whenever you go through, this is why we love this. Now we're able to actually put stuff which might assist so much easier. Yeah, so we can connect to the Egyptian grid and take a walk and see what we get there. A nice activation. We haven't done, no, we have done Egypt quite a bit. So that has been quite fun. Okay, thank you. We shall put up the Egyptian grid energies. We are happy that you are excited because they're quite a fun energy, and we can literally feel Ra and Goddess Isis and Anubis and all the other beings giggle and laugh. They're excited because also through this energy they have awakened. They are in their highest frequency. It was so fun. Before we go, this experience I want to really share it with you. We were connecting, as we were connecting and understanding what we are. The God and Goddess frequency came through and they said, "We are ready. Can we please connect through?" And we're like, first red flags like, what are you like? It's all of us again. But now that you are back in the unknown, we can finally come through as our true frequencies on earth. Back then, we were used in the frequency of the control. So our energy is controlled. But now finally we can be our abundant frequencies. God Ra said we are the frequency of wealth. That's why the wealth of Egypt. But now we can finally be wealth awakened on earth. Yes, please. And we're like, okay. So to feel all these energies in their freedom is such fun. So we look forward to connecting with their grid and you freely co-creating with them, because we can feel it's just going to be the space where we anchor in and we open up, and you are all just going to have a beautiful experiencing with them. Um, and we're receiving, we can put it in between the Pleiadian walk. The Pleiadians say, their walk is, it doesn't interfere with the walk, so we don't have to wait until we complete them. So beautiful beings, we will work on it this week and we'll put it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so excited for everything. Yes, Hathor, indeed. Thank you, thank you. Multidimensional, yes, multidimensional frequencies we are. And it's time that we simply awaken into it and be, and it's great. We're so excited. Thank you. Have a beautiful evening. We love you. We could stay with you all here forever. We really, really could. And we will chat very soon. Bye bye, everyone.